Okay, so we're getting started again today. This is day 2. Yesterday I did the framing for the deck. That was a thing. That took me a long time and it was super windy, so I didn't video that. But today I've got to plant these 2 post holders and then I've already pre-cut and sealed all the wood for the joists. Get the joists in, lay the deck boards. I'll actually have a functional deck, a place to do yoga, a place to stretch out while I finish this floor. So in a perfect world, I get that done by lunchtime and I can then work on laying the rest of um, the, the support boards for the insulation. So once I get all those boards cut and laid in, then the rest of it is simple. Lay the insulation, put the vapor barrier across, and get the plywood on the floor. So the entire floor and deck surface should be done, I would say, by the end of the day tomorrow. So let's hope. Anyways, let's get to work. Okay, today's a big day. I have finally finished laying all of those support boards for the insulation. That was 4 days of absolute torture and hell. Never again. This is only one of several ways to do this. And so as I learn on this first project, I'm learning a lot about what not to do going forward. So never again. Anyway, it's done. Another beautiful day here in New Brunswick. And so the plan is I'm going to get I've got the shop vac out. I'm going to vacuum out all these little spots, all these little squares. And then I'm going to use this spray foam that I got that apparently is mouse proof. So that's pretty cool. So the mice can't chew through it, I guess. I'm going to go around all the edges and make sure everything is sealed. And then I will lay the insulation in and then put the vapor barrier on. And once all of that's done, I can put the plywood on. And once I have the plywood on, I'll put the deck boards on and I have a completely flat surface that I can start going up with walls and a roof. Such an exciting day. So I have a couple of interruptions happening today, people coming to look at the RV we have for sale. But in amongst all of that, it's 8 o'clock, so I've got out here super early, and I will be doing the happy dance on my new floor by the end of this work day, if all goes as planned. So let's get to work. Goodness for long arms. All right, well, you know what? There's a learning curve to driving this stuff. So I'm going to work it out, and as I get further along and more confident in what I'm doing, I'll start the camera again. Wow, that's satisfying. It's the hottest day yet out here in New Brunswick, and having to wear a long sleeve and a mask isn't particularly fun. However, I'm determined to get this done, so I'm going to plow forward. It's all good. It's only sweat, and I'll have a shower later. And as much as I have complained and moaned about 4 days of dealing with that subfloor, each insulation whatever you call it, bit fits perfectly. So I must have done something right. So I'm very proud of myself, and I'm going to continue on, and we'll pick it up on the next step. I know that it could be windier, but jeez. Well, I won't be dancing on it tonight because I'm tired and hot. So tomorrow we'll be making sure everything's square and screwing in. So tonight I'm going to tarp it and hold it down. It's not supposed to rain again tonight, so we should be good. And then tomorrow I'll finish it up and I will be dancing. What a job in the blazing heat. Anyway, it's looking pretty darn good. And there it is, only 1,000 more of those, so I'm going to carry on. Once I get the board screwed down, then I'm going to actually put up some pallet walls. I've got enough to do the first round for the 3 sides, so we'll see how we do today. It's getting closer to the part where it's going to be starting to look like a structure, so yay! Okay, so I have literally just finished screwing these boards on. It's taken me all morning because guess what? My structure is not square, which means that when I put the boards on, I thought I had them on right. I got, I would say 75% done screwing everything in, and a board with a corner in the middle didn't hit any wood underneath it, so there was nothing to support the plywood, which you can't do. So I had to unscrew every single board, the bugs are bad today, and start again. I actually had a moment of distress. However, I persevered. Now they're all on. Now I've got this goo that you put in the holes where the screws go in, the holes where screws didn't hit anything, so they're just holes, and then there's some little bit of cracks and gaps and things, and then I'm going to just throw a coat of primer on the top of that, and that's going to protect it. Then I'm going to see if I can get the deck boards on, so we'll see how easy this is. I will eventually put a proper there's a big spider crawling up the camera. How cool is that? I will be putting a second coat of primer and painting my floor eventually, but at least the 1 coat of primer is going to keep it somewhat protected from the elements while I get the structure up. So let's get to work. super well. Oh man. Well, I squeezed every little drop of paint out of those 2 cans and the roller, and I got a layer of primer on, so I'm super thrilled with that. I will buy more and put a second layer on. Man, that's wood is just like a sponge. So that's done. Yay!